I can't believe it. This is episode number 4 of Ring of Honor 1970s. 1971, of course, now. We've been around for over a year. We're coming up to our second... we're building up towards the second anniversary show in January. But before that, we've got a few more stops on the calendar before we hit that. Of course, one of those stops is the house show. We've got Glory by Honor. I don't know if that's what's coming up. Glory by Honor's next, and then we've got Death Before Dishonor. But yeah, Glory. I haven't watched Glory by Honor yet. That's something I need to watch today, which was on recently, so that's kind of coincidental. So of course, in this episode, you'll get 4 TV tapings, Ring of Honor House Show, and of course, Ring of Honor Glory by Honor. Yep, but it's not called Ring of Honor Glory by Honor yet. We're not doing that until at least late 80s. We're just going to call it the Super Show. In a pre-show bout, I had Decent West Member Team Bandit defeat the oncoming Storm in 740 when Greg Valentine defeated Joey Lawler by pinfall. 1,813 at the Expo Centre in Madison Square Gardens. Terry Funk 49, Joey Lawler 41, Greg Valentine 44, Jim Doughton 38. Jim Doughton technical. So I want you to think of this show as similar to NWA Power as possible. So the interviews are done on a desk where the fans can see everything. That's how I always picture my shows, but I've never seen it because I've never watched the old school, but that's always how I picture my shows. We're keeping it studio, but in a bigger venue. So we have a section, where the interviews happen, where you can see the fans can see what's going on and stuff. Very similar to NWA Power, which I think is amazing. In a poor pre-show match, Bill Francis defeated Kevin Sullivan in 746 by pinfall. Bill Francis 37, Kevin Sullivan 37. No records 39 D-. In above our decent wrestling, but in OG, Jerry Jarrett defeated Ollie Anderson 830 by pinfall. Jerry Jarrett 43, Ollie Anderson 54, no records 52 D+. In a decent pre-show match, Ken Nakasaki and Gorilla Monsoon defeat Carlos Colon and Trevor Guerrero in 7:55. When Gorilla Monsoon defeat Trevor Guerrero by pinfall, the Missionary Splash. Monsoon carried the match in terms of ring performance. Trevor Guerrero 51, Carlos Colon 53, Gorilla Monsoon 63, Ken Nakasaki 53. No work for rumors, but 59C. Not bad. In a pre-show, decent wrestling retreat, Jimmy Snuka defeat Billy Graham in 8:04 by with a Superfly Splash. Jimmy Snuka 38, Billy Graham 43, Billy Graham in Rumble 43D. That's not good. In a decent pre-show match, Killer Kowalski defeat Tetsuya Fujima in 7:55 with a diving knee. Killer Kowalski 56, Tetsuya Fujima 32, Fujima performance. So what's weird to think, that's a young Tetsuya Fujima. And he's now, 50, 51, I think? I can't really remember. And he's still wrestling. So, yeah, that's kind of cool to think. I've never really thought of that. But, yeah. So we open up a bit different tonight. We're not going to do Team Ring of Honor versus Team James Dillon Enterprises. I thought I'm going to give the opening angle at the interview desk in front of all these fans to Dos Caras and Mil Mascaras. Because I thought it was a bit different to what we've done before. The Mexicans did it last night. We won all the glory and the gold too. You see, this is wrestling. People said we couldn't do it, but we did. We hold all the gold. Now tonight, if they win their match the next Super Show, they're going to face us for the gold. And my God, we will win again. And my guys, look at the heritage you've got here. Two of the biggest stars out of Mexico. You see, we've got the gold, and now we're going to run Ring of Honor with power and pride. Yikes. Brilliant promo. It lost heat though, 41D. They're not the most popular guys at the moment, but this is why I wanted to give them the open angle. Kind of open it up on a flat note, but we'll get better. Well, maybe not in this one. In above a decent wrestling with a Chief special delivery, Jones defeat Gypsy Joe in 801 by pin for the headbutt. Gypsy Joe 48, special delivery Jones 36, no recommends 46D. In a decent match, the Dark Knights defeat Scoffin Hillbillies in 802 and Carl von Stroheim defeated Chuck Connolly by pinfall. Rip Collins 55, Chuck Connolly 57, Kurt von Steiger 42, Carl von Stroheim 43. Kurt von Steiger in performance and Rip Collins in performance. Because of that win at Glory by Honor, they get the shot. Because as I've explained to you before, the Royal Trinity against the Royal Trinity, they've been given names to match up how it would be in modern times, these events. They've just been given this name now because it's on the net, available on the network or something. So we've got Big Daddy, we've got Dusty, we've got Carlos, and we've got Rocky Johnson all sat all stood about at the interview desk without an interview because I haven't got time to put him on screen. So all the storylines advanced for this, which is great. Last night, Team Ring of Honor beat James T. Dillon Price, and this was going to happen. And the Carpet prevailed and won some of the matches. You see, James, I am still Ring of Honor champion. We still have control of this company. And Ivan, if you want another match, then bring it. I'm ready for round 2. So yeah, round 2 is going to be happening, of course, at the Glory by Honor show. I'm going to book some of the matches in now, as Bruno Sammartino will be taking on Ivan Koloff for the title. Big Daddy will get his rematch. Has been granted a rematch. Not everybody gets rematches. The only time I give out rematches is if it suits the storyline. Otherwise, the wrestlers have to prove themselves, as you know, the Kurt von Stroheim and Striker had to do tonight. Big Daddy for Destroyer. And then, of course, we're going to have Al Psychedelic. All I can hear at the moment is a cat playing with a toy. It's really irritating. Taking on Rocky Johnson. So that's all going to happen at Glory by Honor. There's a lot more matches to go for that. And we're also going to be doing a match, but we'll get that booked later on with an angle. 50 AC minus, not bad. Then Roddy Piper comes out. He gets 25E. I'm going to be... Put it this way, guys. Over the next year, I have a plan. I'm going to make Roddy Piper a main eventer. This is now the Roddy Piper push. Welcome to the Roddy Piper era of Ring of Honor. Roddy Piper's getting pushed. Hold my mic, you dumb idiot. Now look at this crowd. It's full of dumb idiots as well. I come all the way from Scotland for this crap. Ring of Honor forget James J. Dillon and his little gang and Team Ring of Honor. You see, I was the first ever TV champion before the title changed names. And you want to remember that For some reason, I've been lost in a shuffle. So tonight, I'm going to break out. In a decent match, Roddy Piper defeated Dusty Rhodes in 7:34, followed by pinfall interference from Gorilla Monsoon. Dusty 70, Roddy Piper 46, no equivalents. So yeah, I know you're all gonna go, well, he got taken off because of blah 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 and blah blah blah. Oh, sod it, right? This is the frickin' push. You're now looking at the frickin' Roddy Piper push, okay? Roddy Piper's being pushed. End of argument. 6-4C, not bad. In a battle of good wrestling and a decent match crowd, the Royal Trinity in a non-title match defeated Blackjacks in 7:59 when Mil Mascaras defeated Blackjack Lanza by the diving crossbody. Blackjack Mulligan 48, Blackjack Lanza 66, Mil Mascaras 69, Dos Caras 54. No work room at 64C. Video plays hyping up Big Daddy, Johnson, and Bruno Sammartino as they take on Ivan Koloff, the Destroyer, now Psychedelic in our main event. In a good match, Team Ring of Honor, Bruno Sammartino, Rocky Johnson, and Big Daddy defeat James J. Dillon Enterprises, Ivan Koloff, the Destroyer, now Psychedelic in 14:32 when Rocky Johnson defeated our Psychedelic by the dropkick. Big Daddy 64, Rocky Johnson 54, Bruno Sammartino 69, our Psychedelic 44, the Destroyer 72, and Ivan Koloff 65. Rocky Johnson and Bruno Sammartino both improved performance. That's the end of tonight's Ring of Honor episode 62C. Increased our popularity in all 11 regions. My friends, I'll see you live next week for another edition of Ring of Honor Wrestling. Welcome back. It's Ring of Honor Wrestling, our weekly non-lineal TV show, which is not live at the moment. Let's bring that down a bit. You can see this bit. Yeah, you get to see this and you get to see what I'm using, but that's fine. I don't really care. And also can just bring that up very slightly. That's better. There we go. I've repositioned this all flipping time. It never works out. So yeah, Ring of Honor Wrestling's live. 1,866 at the Expo Centre in Mexico. Of course, I explained to you what the show is like. Just think of NWA Power in the Expo Centre in Mexico Gardens. In a decent pre-show match, the Royal Trinity defeated Team Bandit in 7:32 and Dos Caras defeated Jim Dalton by a pinfall the Dos Caras clutch. Mil Mascaras carried the match to his ring performance 59C. Greg Valentine 45, Jim Dalton 39, Mil Mascaras 70, Dos Caras 50. Was right off his game. These two have great chemistry, and that's quality and the colour come together match of boost. Jim Dalton in technical and performance. Well done, Jim. In a pre-show match, decent wrestling, Majik, Billy Graham, Ollie Anderson, Nicola Volkov, and Gypsy Joe defeat Tessie Virginia, Jerry Jarrett, Carlos Colon, and Bill Francis 7:34 when Ollie Anderson defeated Carlos Colon by pin with a diving knee. Bill Francis 37, Carlos Colon 53, Jerry Jarrett 41, Tessie Vajima 45, Gypsy Joe 44, Nikola Volkov 39, Ollie Anderson 50, Billy Graham 36, No Weapons 48D+. In a poor pre-show match, Kevin Sullivan defeats Special Delivery Jones in 8:13 by From the Devil's Stomp. Kevin Sullivan 35, Special Delivery Jones 42, no accruements. 53 C- as James J. Dillon has Ivan Koloff the Destroyer now psychedelic backstage. I need to see if I can get an earlier picture of him, because that's the older picture of him with Jack Book. Look around, you lying piece of crap, Bruno. Shut up, fans, and let me talk. Look, the Destroyer is global champion, I psychedelic, it's the Intercontinental champion. We have some power in Ring of Honor. Look, Bruno, at the Super Show in 3 weeks live, Ivan will win the Ring of Honor champion. Will win the Ring of Honor championship. You see, Team Ring of Honor, this is a war you cannot win. Give me a second while I have a look why I can't bloody see properly because my glasses, messed it up. It's got holes in it for some reason. I don't know why this shirt's got holes in it. It's the is it Abu? Aladdin, Abu, yeah. In our opening match of the night, in a decent match, the Blackjacks defeated Scuffing Hillbillies in 7:46 and Blackjack lands a defeat Rip Collins by with the pile driver. Rip Collins 54, Chuck Connolly 55, Blackjack Mulligan 53, Blackjack lands a 64, Rip Collins in perform 60C. Just weird, I'm watching Ring of Honor and booking Ring of Honor. At the moment, Marty Scurll is versing Jay Lethal at Glory Bound, and it's been quite a good match so far. PCO is one of my favourites. I'm going to kind of stop for a second. I started watching Ring of Honor about 2 years ago, and then I've been watching, random events, random pay-per-views and that when I felt like it. But I watched, what was the one prior to this? I watched a TV show, and then I watched, was it Death Before Dishonor in Las Vegas? It was a pay-per-view anyway. It was a pay-per-view show, not, just an exclusive to the Ring of Honor. Because I don't pay for any of my wrestling, because I ain't got the money, so I watch it on a website. I can't get in trouble because Wrestle Talk do it as well. I know one of the Wrestle Talk guys does it because he mentioned it in view. But yeah, I just watched it, this past week, and I was gobsmacked actually. They had Joe Hendry, Dalton Castle looked amazing. I wasn't a big fan of his, and that's what made me stop once they put the title on Dalton, and then they put the title, but I've just tuned in. I thought I'll give it a go, see what's happening, and I've fallen in love with Ring of Honor all over again. I've gone from a casual fan back to a person who likes Ring of Honor again. I did go off it. In a decent match, Roddy Piper defeated Chavo Guerrero in 8:30 by pinfall. Chavo Guerrero 51, Roddy 45. No occurrence 50D+. Anyone who asks, I've never fallen out of love with Impact Wrestling. That was the company I first ever watched as TNA and got me into wrestling, so I can't hate that company. It's not, it wasn't WWE. Thank God. I'll be really disappointed right now. Roddy, look at that, Chavo. Look at that. Chavo's been beaten up, and I won. I won last week with a bit of help, but I beat Dusty. I'm only 17 years old, and I'm going to be the best right here. You see, for so long, I've been held back by Ring of Honor, and last week and tonight, I've proved that I am a great talent, and I'm going to do it tomorrow night, and next week I'm going to win every match I'm in. 43D this week, not bad. So yeah, he's saying he's going to win every match he's going to be in. That's brilliant promo work. I'm not sure really. That's Daniels. So this is SCU, obviously. SCU. This is the worst town I've ever been to. Even though Ring of Honor's lost Cody, they've lost the books because of AEW. They've lost SCU. They've got wrestlers like Mike Skull and stuff, and I think that they're gonna, handle themselves quite well, and they're already doing it. So then, we've got Kurt Von Stroheim. I don't know why I put Kyle. Kyle is not doing the talking. Kurt is. I always get Kurt and Kyle mixed up. So, hold on. That's easy fix. Just do that. Look, you got very lucky to win the 2 titles 2 weeks ago. You see, this is a battle that you're not going to win. Let me make this simple for the fans who don't understand. In 3 weeks, we're going to go out there and win back our tag team titles. Oh, shit. I forgot to mention something I was meant to do at the top of this episode. Right, middle of this episode. I don't care. I'm going to mention it now. I like to keep realism with my Impact Wrestling weekly shows and do the pay-per-views on what day they would happen in game universe. So if the show happens on a Thursday, then you get that video on a Thursday, except for the pre-taped B shows, which happen on that day. Whenever those shows are held, that's when you get to see them. We had an issue with Bound for Glory. I will mention this when it goes out on Monday, why it's gone out on a Monday, because everybody was missing. Chris Jericho, everybody we have in big important matches weren't there. So I cancelled the show, and I've now put all shows to Monday because everyone wants to work with fucking All Japan and New Japan and fuck knows what else. It's really irritating when we get that issue. That's why I normally check. In a battle for a decent wrestling membership, Ken Nagasaki defeated Jimmy Snuka in 7:41 by putting the Kamazaki roll. Ken Nagasaki's 50, Jimmy Snuka 46, Kenan flying. Not bad. I thought I'd put him in a match tonight because he asked for a pay rise. In a decent match, the Dark Knights defeated the oncoming Storm in 5:56 when Carl von Stroheim defeated Jerry Lawler by pinfall. Terry Funk 50, Jerry Lawler 44, Kurt von Steiger 46, Carl von Stroheim 43. Kurt von Steiger in performance. Stop playing with carrier bags. The video plays hyping Tony Mariano versus Ivan Koloff, who's returned tonight. His first match back. In about a great heat and good wrestling, Ivan Koloff defeated Tony Mario in 14:58 by pin with the Russian sickle. Tony Mario 63, Ivan Koloff 56. No occurrence. He was really off his game tonight, not bloody kidding. 63C. And after that, Ivan Koloff and basically Bruno Sammartino comes out and has a brawl with him at ringside. In a post-show bout, they had great wrestling and good heat. Team Ring of Honor, Rocky Johnson, Big Daddy, Dusty, and Bruno Sammartino defeat James Drake, Dylan Enterprises, Al Psychedelic, William Monsoon, Killer Kowalski, and the Destroyer. In 2006, when Rocky Johnson defeated Al Psychedelic by pin for the dropkick. Bruno 71, Dusty 69, Big Daddy 63, Johnson 54, the Destroyer 73, Killer Kowalski 68, William Monsoon 77, Al Psychedelic 45. Destroyer in flying and Johnson in performance. That's where we end tonight's show. I'll see you guys with 61C, increase our popularity in all level regions. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for Ring of Honor house show. I think next month we're going to do this for 2 hours because it gets a good draw, so we can get more of the people on the line. But once again, we've got 2,758 at the Staten Island Pavilion tonight, all crowded in to watch Ring of Honor house show. The end of decent match, Al Psychedelic defeated Tetsu Fujima in 8:28 by pin on the planchette. He makes event number 9 of the Intercontinental title. Tetsu Fujima 36, Al Psychedelic 46, and No Experience 42D. After the match, Rocky Johnson comes out just to give a bit of advance to that storyline. In above that, decent wrestling with a retreat, Roddy Piper defeated Joey Jarrett in 7:29 by pinfall. Joey Jarrett 39, Roddy Piper 47. He's improving in performance, 44D. Nice. In a good match, Team Ring of Honor, Dusty Rhodes, Big Daddy, and Rocky Johnson defeat James J. Dillon Enterprises, Kendo Nagasaki, the Destroyer, and Killer Kowalski at 11:46 when Dusty Rhodes defeated Kendo Nagasaki by pin with a Bonic elbow. Killer Kowalski 70, Destroyer 70, Kendo Nagasaki 51, Rocky Johnson 54, Big Daddy 66, Dusty Rhodes 66, Rocky Johnson in Rumble. Hey, it was a simpler time back in the 70s and 80s when a leg drop would finish a match instead of having to do 6 of them as a part of your moveset. 65C, it shows you how wrestling has advanced over the years from the 30s, and I think this series shows it because we've got one in the 80s, we've got one modern day series, we've got one in the 1930s, we've got a 2001 series, so we've got basically one in every single series. And I'm absolutely loving WCW. WCW is one of my favourite series at the moment. Hands down. The Dark Knights drew with the Royal Trinity in 12:37 following a double countout. Kurt von Steiger 49, Carl von Stroheim 42, Bill Muscaris 70, Dos Caras 56, Kurt von Steiger in Techno. So yeah, I thought we'd put this on. It was for the titles. The titles were on the line, but it ended in double countout. I thought this was a great way to kind of get both tag teams who are very, over with the crowd. There's announcers, Road Agent Buddy Lee, match procedure. Does it show you position number? Road Agent? No, it doesn't show you. I did put the belts on the line. The belts were on the line. But I thought, we put the belts on the line and everyone thinks, oh, this is going to be good. And we end doing a double count now. I think that's a great way to continue this rivalry. But not only that, but to continue the story on Thingy. Except for the formal stress fracture, which I think he will probably work through, hopefully. Thank you, Buddy Lee. In a battle of superb wrestling and great heat, Ivan Koloff and Bruno Monsoon defeat Tony Maro and Bruno Sammartino in 24:38, when Bruno Monsoon defeat Tony Maro by a handful of tights. Bruno Sammartino 77, Tony Morano 67, Gorilla Monsoon 74, Ivan Koloff 64, 66. No worker brimps. Yeah, so Tony Marmo, formerly Batman, we unmasked him, blah blah blah. It's a quick little one. This is, I love doing these. But we get increase our popularity in one region. We get 66C plus. I'm going to be putting this up to around, and I'm going to give it an extra hour, so it's going to be 2 hours long next month because I think it deserves it. We're going to give it to Bruno. We're going to give it to Killer Kowalski. I also want to give it to the Destroyer because he's really good. Dr. Death is still injured for another 8 months, which is really pissing me off. Andre, I don't know how longer he's going to be out for. But I'm not going to bring him back until he's healed because he's not very good in the ring until he's healed. Right, guys, we'll see you next week for another edition of Ring of Honor Wrestling. We've got 2 more to go, and then the big one. Big Super Show. Thanks for watching. No pre, no post shows tonight. We're just going to have some action. And we've got some issues, but I have found a way to fix it. That is why the open angle is called I Have a Problem, but I fixed it. Believe me, that is what I call the angle. Kurt, look! My brother was injured last week live at the house show. So he's not going to be in the ring for a bit. I have so much confidence in my boys. I'm going to throw this one into the match. Anyway, pointing at Kurt. One striker. This will be a handicap match. So if he wins, it proves the Royal 20 is useless because they got beat by one man. Yikes. So, yeah, Carl von Stroheim is not going to be back until 47 days. He's going to be out. Harley Anderson's also injured at the moment. Hence why there's no pre or post shows. I can't be asked with all the hassle of trying to work all this shit out. I think if I open the curtains, it won't be that dark in this room, but oh well. It's fine. But yeah, so basically I've just gone, well, sod it. I'm going to do a handicap match. And hope he's back in time for the big one. In the decent match, I was Psychedelic and the Destroyer. Very Big Daddy and Rocky Johnson 826 and the Destroyer defeat Big Daddy by pinfall. Rocky Johnson 55, Big Daddy 64, Destroyer 67, Al Psychedelic 45. Rocky Johnson in Technical and Performance 62C, not bad. In a decent match, Roddy Piper defeat Dusty Rhodes in 828 by pinfall after a distraction with Gorilla Monsoon. Dusty 69, Roddy 47, no weapon 64C. Look, I can beat Dusty on my own. Each time I fight him, Gorilla Monsoon interferes. Come out here and explain why. So instead of Gorilla Monsoon coming out comes James J. Dillon, the manager, and he goes, Piper, don't get this mixed up. Look, we're loving what you're doing. Join me and I'll make you a star. And Piper goes, so what? Join Dillon Enterprises? Finally, someone's took notice. It's a done deal. I am on board. Oh crap. So we thought Roddy Piper just losing his marbles and going, look, I want to be noticed and I want to be a star because that's what I deserve, was a fluke. Well, James J. Dillon's took notice, and because he's the only offer he's got, he's jumped on board with Dillon Enterprises. 42D, not bad. Then we go backstage with Bruno, gets 67 plus. With me right here is the Ring of Honor champion, Bruno Sammartino. So they're stood behind the desk and the fans are cheering because they can see it. 2 weeks' time, I've got Ivan Koloff in a match again. Now, Dillon got a new member, and Kendo and our bit man Big Daddy are getting offers from the UK companies again. You see, everywhere you look, Ring of Honor is taking over. And in 2 weeks, I'll walk out, still, Ring of Honor champion. It's a short match. The Scoffing Hillbillies defeat Team Bandit in 4:55, when Rip Collins defeat Jim Dalton by pinfall. Rip Collins 50, Chuck Connolly 56, Greg Valentine 44, Jim Dalton 40. Dalton in performance, 51D+. In a bad decent wrestling retreat, Gypsy Joe defeat Bill Francis 7:48 by pinfall diving knee. Gypsy Joe 45, Bill Francis 42. No records, 42-60, just a nice little match. Our main event of the night is Bruno Sammartino taking on Killer Kowalski with the Ring of Honor Championship. In a bad superb wrestling and great heat, Bruno Sammartino defeat Killer Kowalski in 15:30 by pinfall the Sammartino Slam. Bruno Sammartino makes defense number 12 of the Ring of Honor Championship. Kowalski 72, Bruno 73, no improvements. We end the show there with 71C+. Increased our popularity in other regions. I'll see you guys again next week for the go home edition of Ring of Honor Wrestling. We're live, it's Ring of Honor Wrestling. So I say tomorrow night in all my promos, because it is tomorrow night. I might change that because this airs, I'm going to make this air an hour before our live shows. But it's pre-taped. I don't know how that works, but this airs on a Friday, and our big event's on a Friday. Help. I don't really think about that. But there we go. I have done now. 1,835 people at the Expo Centre in Madison Square Garden tonight. Look at this place, once again packed for Ring of Honor. See, tomorrow night is a super show and it's going to be the biggest and the best we've done so far. All I'm going to say right now is everybody in front of you is going to win. 60C, beautiful way to open. In a decent match, the oncoming Storm defeated Blackjack 744 and Jay Lawler defeat Blackjack Lanza by pin of the pile driver. Blackjack Mulligan 55, Blackjack Lanza 62, Terry Funk 49, Jay Lawler 43. No appearance. Why does Jerry Lawler look so fucking sad? Anyway, good 17 minus, not bad. In a decent match, Roddy Piper defeated Rocky Johnson in 7:59 by pinfall. Rocky Johnson 49, Roddy Piper 47. He's Stern. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Johnson in performance. And it looks like Roddy has a stern flick separation, which means he could be out for over a year. Ugh. Look, this is what Ring of Honor was missing. Look at this kid. Sorry, man. He's making waves. He's been one of the best in Ring of Honor. This man will be a star, and I'm going to be with him to guide him to the top where he belongs. 390 minus. Another good promo. Moments Cars and Dos Cars are backstage. 4060 this time. Look around here. Tomorrow night we got a match. And it's going to be a handicap match. Look, are you idiots or what? Yes, it was a quick roll-up win, but we got one. Okay? If you want to see your team lose, you're going the right way about it. And tomorrow night, live, it's going to be us kicking their ass. In a bad good rest in the decent crowd, Team Ring of Honor, Carlos Colon, Dusty Rhodes, and Big Daddy defeat James J. Dillon Enterprises, destroy Gordon Monsoon and Ken Nagasaki. In 7:37, Big Daddy defeat Ken Nagasaki by pin of the belly splash. Ken Nagasaki is the ASAW UK Heavyweight Champion. Big Daddy 66, Dusty Rhodes 67, Carlos Colon 52, Ken Nagasaki 52, Gordon Monsoon 76, and Troy 70. Monsoon and Rumble 70C+. In a decent match, the Royal Trinity defeat Team Bandit in 7:58 when Dos Cars defeat Greg Valentine by pin for the Dos Cars clutch. The Royal Trinity make defense number 2 of their Ring of Honor tag team titles. Greg Valentine 46, Jim Dalton 39, Mil Mascara 71, Dos Cars 55, no work for 60C. Video plays hyping up man Tony Marin and San Martino versus the Russian Bear and Killer Kowalski. In a superb match, the Tino Marino and Bruno Sammartino defeat Ivan Koloff and Killer Kowalski in 15-12 when Tony Marino defeat Killer Kowalski by pinfall. Bruno Sammartino 76, Tony Marino 67, Killer Kowalski 69, Ivan Koloff 63. No record 69C+. That's where we end tonight's show with 67C. Increase our popularity in 11 regions. Not a bad show. Really happy with that. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for our super show, aka Glory by Honor. So even before 12 o'clock, I've got an entire episode of Ring of Honor done. That's why I like these ones, because they're a little bit quicker. This is why I'm happy I'm now doing the same with the 1930s. So I should be able to get that done quite easily with our radio show. But in a pre-show about that, Subpar Wrestling in a Little Heat, Special Delivery Jones defeat Joe Russell in 10:01 by pinfall headbutt. We've got 3,000 people tonight at the Electric Factory. That is a sold-out crowd. Joe Russell 27, Special Delivery Jones 40. That is brilliant for Ring of Honor Wrestling to get a sold-out crowd of 3,000 people within our second year. And about a decent wrestling with MG, Jimmy Snuka defeated Nicola Volkov in 6:23 by pinfall the Superfly Splash. Nicola Koloff 43, Jimmy Snuka 42. No occurrence. I'm not doing an opening video package tonight. We're going to get straight in with the action. The only time I'll do that is at the big ones, which I will be using names for, like our anniversary show and stuff. And I'll use video packages then. 44D. Not bad. In a decent match, Rocky Johnson defeated Al Psychedelic in 15:28 by pin with the dropkick. Rocky Johnson is now the Intercontinental Ring of Honor Intercontinental Champion. Johnson 58, Al Psychedelic 38. No appearance 52D+. In a decent wrestling, Madame cheat the oncoming Storm defeat Team Bandit in 11:11 when Joey Lawler defeat Jim Dalton by pinfall with the Royal Fist drop. Funk 48, Joey Lawler 43, Valentine 45, Dalton 39. No appearance 46D. In a decent wrestling retreat, Roddy Piper defeat Tetsuya Fujima in 9:34 by pinfall. Piper 37, Fujima 46. Not interested in the injury. Blah blah blah. He's got it for 55 days. He's sticking around. In a decent match, the Destroyer defeated Big Daddy in 15:22 by submission of Fig 4 leg lock after interference from James J. Dillon. He makes defense number 1 of the Ring of Honor Global title. Big Daddy 60, Destroyer 66, No Work Ruin 66C+. In above a decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Jerry Chavo Guerrero and Bill Francis defeat Billy Graham, Gypsy Joe, and Kevin Sullivan in 11:38 when Chavo Guerrero defeated Kevin Sullivan by pin of the moonsault. Bill Francis 39, Chavo 50, Jerry Jarrett 41, Sullivan 38, Joe 46, and Billy Graham 34. No work for 45D. In a decent match, Kona Nagasaki defeated Carlos Colon in 14:33 by pinfall the Kamazaki roll. Carlos Colon 51, Kona Nagasaki 43. Nagasaki in performance 52D+. In about a good wrestling and decent match, the crowd, Kurt Von Steiger defeated the Royal Trinity in a handicap match in 14:49 when Kurt Von Steiger defeated Dos Caras by pin the elbow smash after Kurt Von Stroheim interfered and taken down. Who did he pin? So he would have took out Mil Mascaras. Kurt Von Steiger 49, Mil Mascaras 72, Dos Caras 57. Kurt Von Steiger in performance 66C+. Not bad. In a decent match, the Blackjacks defeated Scuffin Hillbillies in 10:45 when Blackjack lands a defeat Chuck Connolly by pin of the pile driver. Rick Collins 53, Chuck Connolly 58, Blackjack Mulligan 54, Lanza 65. Chuck Connolly in Rumble and Rick Collins in Rumble 61C. Not bad. In a superb match, Gorilla Monsoon defeated Dusty Rhodes in 14:51 by pinfall with the Moriarty Splash. Gorilla Monsoon 68, Dusty Rhodes 69. Nowhere Prim 67C+. In a superb match, Killer Kowalski defeated Tony Marone in 14:32 by pinfall with the diving knee drop. Killer Kowalski 70, Tony Marone 66. Nowhere Prim 71C+. And our main event of the night gets a 68C+. In about a great heat and good wrestling, Bruno Sammartino defeated Ivan Koloff in 25:27 by pinfall the Sammartino Slam. He makes events number 13 of the Ring of Honor Championship. Ivan Koloff 62, Bruno Sammartino 65, no occurrence. We're going to end the show there with 67C+. Bruno, the Destroyer, and I'm going to give it to Killer. Praised, praised, and praised. Make speech. Bruno Sammartino is very happy. Destroyer is very happy, and so is Killer Kowalski. Good. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. This is episode number 4, so that'll be episode number 5. I'll see you in episode number 5 when we'll have our big monthly event with Ring of Honor Wrestling, of course, 4 TV episodes and a Ring of Honor house show, which is now going to be 2 hours. So I'll see you live for that next week. Thanks for watching.